Welcome to WarTech Visions, where we uncover the machines, tactics, and spirit behind modern warfare. In the world of modern amphibious warfare, speed can decide the outcome of a battle. And few machines embody that principle better than the U.S. military's incredible landing craft, Air Cushion, the LCAC. A craft that can glide over water, sand marsh, and even obstacles no traditional boat could ever dare cross. Today, we'll explore how this massive hovering beast works, what it carries, how it's used, and why it continues to be one of the most important assets in America's ability to project power from sea to shore. To understand why the LCAC exists, we need to go back to the 1970s and 80s. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps were searching for a way to land troops and heavy equipment on hostile shores, without relying on ports, and without slowing down. Traditional landing craft were limited. They were slower, easier targets, and restricted to beaches with suitable depth and slope. But the world's coastlines don't work that way. The solution? A high-speed, amphibious hovercraft capable of transporting tanks, vehicles, and marines directly from ship to shore, even onto terrain that wasn't really a beach at all. Mudflats, swamps, rocky shores, nothing would stop it. After years of design and testing, the LCAC first entered service in 1986 and has been a frontline amphibious platform ever since. What makes the LCAC so unique is its incredible design. Unlike a boat, it rides on a cushion of air generated by 4 enormous lift fans. These fans inflate a giant rubber skirt underneath the craft, lifting it about 4 feet off the ground. Now that it's floating on air, the LCAC switches to its 2 Osteller TF-40B gas turbine engines, each producing thousands of horsepower. The thrust from its giant propellers lets the craft move at astonishing speeds, up to 40 knots even when hauling heavy loads. This design gives it several advantages. No hull drag, meaning higher speed. Ability to cross obstacles like debris, ice, shallow water, mud, or sandbars. Massive payload capacity, up to 75 tons. Full amphibious capability, operating seamlessly between sea and land. The crew that operates the LCAC is typically 5 personnel. The craftmaster, engineer, navigator, loadmaster, deck engineer. Inside, the cockpit looks more like an aircraft than a boat, complete with yokes, flight-style instruments, and throttle controls. Operating an LCAC requires intense training, skill, and precision. One of the LCAC's greatest strengths is its versatility. It can carry almost anything the Marine Corps needs to move ashore. M1A1 Abrams main battle tanks, Humvees and JLTVs, light armored vehicles, LAV-25, artillery pieces, cargo pallets, humanitarian supplies. Its wide, open deck makes loading simple. With a payload of up to 150,000 pounds, the LCAC is essentially a flying freight platform, one capable of supporting both combat operations and disaster relief missions. In emergency situations, LCACs have delivered food, generators, and rescue equipment to areas struck by hurricanes, tsunamis, and earthquakes. Whenever coastal infrastructure is destroyed, the LCAC becomes a lifeline. Since its introduction, the landing craft, air cushion has played a major role in U.S. military operations around the globe. In the Gulf War, LCACs transported Marines, tanks, and equipment during Operation Desert Storm, allowing forces to bypass heavily defended beaches. In humanitarian missions, they've been used in the Philippines, Haiti, Indonesia, and Japan, transporting massive loads of relief supplies to remote or destroyed coastal areas. In modern amphibious exercises, LCACs work hand-in-hand with the Navy's landing helicopter docks, landing platform docks, and America-class amphibious assault ships. These ships act as floating bases, deploying LCACs miles offshore to conduct fast, flexible landings. One of the LCAC's biggest advantages is its ability to land Marines far from predictable landing zones, adding an element of surprise. Instead of storming a well-defended beach, they can appear on terrain the enemy didn't expect. Even with its impressive capabilities, the LCAC does have limitations. Its gas turbine engines consume large amounts of fuel. Maintenance is complex and costly. Sea states above certain levels can limit operations. The craft is loud, generating a massive acoustic signature. Despite these challenges, the LCAC remains one of the most effective amphibious transport systems ever built. After nearly 40 years of service, the LCAC is being replaced by a next-generation craft known as the SSC, Ship-to-Shore Connector, also called LCAC 100. The SSC keeps everything that made the LCAC great, but improves on. More powerful and efficient engines, stronger, corrosion-resistant composite materials, increased reliability, lower maintenance costs, digitally enhanced controls. The LCAC legacy will continue, faster, smarter, and more capable of supporting 21st century missions. From combat missions to humanitarian aid, from stormy seas to sandy beaches, the LCAC has proven itself to be one of the most versatile and powerful amphibious craft ever created. Its ability to connect the ocean to the land at high speed and with heavy firepower makes it a cornerstone of America's global military reach. And with the arrival of the Ship-to-Shore Connector, the legacy of this incredible hovercraft is far from over. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to WarTech Visions, where history, technology, and valor take flight. Until next time, stay sharp, stay tactical,